Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum. I will be the presenter and I hope you will enjoy my presentation video. By the way, my name is Siti Sadatluizati. So let's start with the presentation. So as you can see, the woman here is Huda Kattan, and she is the entrepreneur that I have selected for this entrepreneurship individual assignment. And she is the founder of Huda Beauty. So these are the contents that I'm going to talk about, which are background of Huda Kattan, the entrepreneurial mindset, Huda Beauty's innovation, entrepreneurial opportunity, pathway adopted to entrepreneurial venture, and lastly would be insightful and key takeaways learned from Huda Kattan. So you might be wondering who is this woman who is Huda Kattan. So I can sum it up by saying she is the millionaire makeup mogul behind Huda Beauty. And she is also an Iraqi American social media influencer turned entrepreneur. So I'm going to talk a little bit about her background. So Huda Kattan was born in Oklahoma in the year of 1983. And when she was 2 years old, her family moved to Tennessee and eventually to Boston. Her Iraqi parents migrated to the US for her father to teach biology and mother to pursue his studies in mechanical engineering. So during the time, Huda was confronted with loads of bigotry throughout her childhood, which eventually directed her to do makeup for self-confidence when she was only 12 years old. And then Huda enrolled in business and finance at the University of Michigan Dearborn when she struggled to choose what path to take, and that is where she found her current husband, Chris Gonzalo. Then in 2006, Huda moved to Dubai to work at a consulting firm, Robert Half's Middle East headquarters, and shortly afterwards, Huda and Chris welcomed their first daughter, Noor Giselle. Huda was not happy with her career in finance at the time, so she decided to quit the job and join Revlon as their makeup artist. So in 2010, she started her blog Huda Beauty, which started her Huda Beauty blog from her home in Dubai, which fostered a significant presence in the social media world, where followers accumulated to the blog for her how-to videos as well as her beauty tricks. And she is an influencer who claims to having never spent money on advertising. And Kattan right now has about 48 million Instagram followers and 4 million YouTube subscribers. So, after Huda kickstarted her journey as a beauty blogger and makeup artist, at that time, fake eyelash styles and sizes are limited in the beauty industry. So she would cut and modify different pairs to create one that is suitable to her eye shape. So Huda then noticed a gap in the false eyelashes market and decided to launch her own line of synthetic and foaming lashes in 2013, which were sold at Sephora locally then globally. So as soon as Kim Kardashian were actually seen wearing Huda's lashes, Huda developed a household name for the brand, Huda Beauty. So, and then at the end of 2017, TSG Consumer Partners, a private equity firm, secured a small minority of Huda Beauty's stake. And Forbes actually stated that it is currently worth over $1 billion. And then Forbes valued the business at $1.2 billion. As of 2019, Huda herself was reported to be worth about $610 million. So she was one of the 25 most influential people on the internet by Time in 2017, and was listed as one of the richest self-made women and one of the top 3 beauty influencers by Forbes. So moving on to the entrepreneurial mindset. So what are the entrepreneurial characteristics demonstrated by Huda Kattan? So from what I have researched, I've gathered her most famous quotes, and I can sum it up by saying she is a passionate person and she loves to support people, and she is all about focus, focus, focus. So laser-like focus. So she said that if I do something I'm not passionate about, how am I going to impact the world? And if I'm not changing the world in some way, then what the hell am I doing? She said. So one thing about Huda Kattan that stands out the most is she really loves makeup. Her passion towards makeup is endless, and that is the main reason why she created Huda Beauty in the first place. And then something that became clear to Huda during this venture was her innate ability to understand what people wanted from the beauty industry. People can see her passion or obsession towards makeup because the sincerity can be seen throughout her videos. So Huda stated in an interview that entrepreneurs have to find their purpose when they want to jumpstart their business and don't just merely view it as a profitable prospect. Huda also stated in the first 7 years of her business, she did not have enough cash to launch her business, and clarified when you have an obsession towards something, you will not contemplate and just go for it, regardless of whether the business is generating revenue or not. Apart from that, as her passion shined through, Huda is described as a fearless woman as she is not afraid to ask what she wants and does not hold back nor let the present hold her back. So Huda claimed that she wants to build Huda Beauty into a conglomerate able to compete with the likes of, for example, L'Oreal, Estee Lauder, and Coty. And then moving on, supporting. So she said, support others and you'll step into your success. In addition to everything else, Huda is already well known for being generous in the beauty community, where she persistently posting other makeup artist videos on her social media accounts for free. With all the accomplishment that Huda has attained, she decided to offer finance aid to businesses by other women through her Huda Beauty Angels Foundation, which had a preliminary grant of $10 million. And then about being focused, she said, the more focused you are, the more powerful you will be in the long run. It's easy to get sidetracked on the journey. You have to have a laser-like focus. So how well you're able to remain focused can ultimately define your success. See, she said that Huda Beauty are always working, always planning. So it is important to stay future-oriented, and she's very tough and have zero tolerance for people who don't commit and keep their word. And she is also involved with so many areas of the company. She's in hardcore meetings. Some of the meetings are like 15 minutes, and some of the meetings are 5 minutes, but literally, it's like a revolving door coming in and out of her office. So that's why she mentioned about you have to be always focused. And then moving on to Huda Beauty's innovation. So what makes the product developed innovative? I know that makeup is something that everyone is producing makeup and it's a saturated market, but that's why companies like makeup, cosmetics companies need to step up their game and produce unique products. So of course Huda Beauty have a lot of makeup products, but we're going to talk about three makeup that for me stands out the most. So the first one is the eyeshadow palette for every skin tone. So as you can see, for makeup companies, of course, they produce foundations that have varieties of shades of skin tones that could offer, but you never really see companies that push about eyeshadow that can fit every shade, every skin tone for everyone, from light skin to medium skin to dark skin. So Huda Beauty is embracing the inclusive mindset of one nude does not fit all. And many cosmetic companies have embraced diversity and expanded their foundation color offerings. But Huda Beauty says it is the first line to embrace inclusivity in their eyeshadow palette offerings. So she said that they create shadow formulas that truly appeal to a range of different skin tones. And the product that features these eyeshadow palettes the eyeshadow palette features 3 different miniature eyeshadow palettes, which is nude light, nude medium, and nude dark. So when creating these palettes, Kattan took far more than just their lightness or the darkness into consideration. She said utilizing their knowledge about tones and undertones through their experience with complexion products, they were able to create shadow formulas that truly appeal to a range of different skin tones, which was actually challenging for them. And then she also made sure to note that inclusive nude makeup doesn't end at foundation or concealer. So yeah, with hopes that these eyeshadow palettes can match people with different shade of skin tone. So moving on to next one. So this is a foundation. They claim to be a foundation mess-free formula. So Huda wants to make the art of foundation application a whole lot easier. This foundation previously available in a liquid version, which is called the full filter foundation, which now comes in a stick version for easy application. And so the luxuriously creamy stick formula melts into the skin for a natural filtered finish that could last up to 10 hours. So whether you prefer a full coverage or barely any at all, this versatile formula will let you be the master of your complexion. So it is ideal for on-the-go or in-a-hurry people due to its long-wearing, waterproof, humidity, and sweat-resistant formula. So that is why it's called mess-free formula, because it's not a lot of hassle. You just put the foundation stick, just slide, blend, and finish. So moving on to the third product is, they called it a diamond hydrating lip balms. So it is a lightweight formula packed with rich emollients that hydrate the lips while leaving them ultra glossy. And then it adds a subtle pop of color while sparkling dual chrome pearls leave the lips looking like they've been dipped in sparkling diamonds. Wow. So this includes, the lipstick includes a friendly polymers, okay, that not only supports longer lasting color, but creates a luminous finish by enhancing the pearl reflection. And then it is also a combo of skin-friendly waxes, which delivers a uniform color across lips while also making sure the balm is lightweight and flexible to wear. Okay, so yeah, as you can see from the picture, it's really cool though. It's very glittery. So moving on to entrepreneurial opportunities. Um, so how does the entrepreneur identify the opportunity? From Huda's experiences, I can sum up by saying she found the entrepreneurial opportunities from her great online presence and the booming cosmetics industry in the Middle East. Huda's great online presence has made her aware of social media's strength. Um, Thanks to Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and of course her blog, she has become a trustful source of information to many and helps many women embrace makeup and regularly educates them with her beauty tricks and all. Um, and then she also maintains a strong and positive relationships with other beauty friends and followers via her blog, which also happens to be her online shop. With every single product she launches, her fame as a beauty blogger skyrockets. Times describe Huda Beauty as an internet-based beauty brand age, as internet-to-business beauty products have taken over a large percentage from the traditional beauty market. So she carries on talking about beauty brands, which has allowed her to maintain her influencer status and still seem relatable and genuine to her followers. So yeah, that's why she always use social media platform to, and then realize that she has that power and followers, and that's why she realized that, "Oh, I'm going to start a business." And then moving on to the second one, which is the booming cosmetics industry in Middle East. So in the Middle East, so-called beauty influencers are seeing strong growth in the United Arab Emirates. They also play an important role in showcasing beauty and personal care products in Saudi Arabia, which has the highest number of active users in the region on social media platforms. So, according to Euromonitor International, big brands in the UAE such as MAC, Bobbi Brown, and Estee Lauder saw a slight declines in their value shares in 2018 due to the stronger competition from smaller brands like Huda Beauty and Fenty Beauty, as well as Charlotte Tilbury. So as makeup sells slow in Europe and the US, they actually continue to grow in the Middle East. And from 2018 to 2023, Euromonitor actually predicts a 7.2% growth in the color cosmetics industry across the Middle East, with a 2.9% growth across the Gulf Cooperation Council, which includes Bahrain, Kuwait, Oman, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. So yeah, that's why she started thinking of the the way that she decided to. It's actually an attractive market in UAE where she first started. And then moving on, the pathway adopted to entrepreneurial venture by Huda Kattan. For me, I think it's obvious that this is a web-based venture because Huda Beauty, it all of it started with a simple blog. And according to Forbes, it is now the most viewed beauty blog in the internet. And the numbers by SimilarWeb suggest that it attracts about 1 million unique visitors every month. And she was actually contacted by different global conglomerates for possible acquisition, but the idea of selling the business didn't feel right for Huda. So majority of Huda Beauty sales come directly from their own website. So moving on to the insightful and key takeaways learned from Huda Kattan. So I can sum it up that four things, which is the first one is you have to believe passionately in your brand, because she said that loving what you do is the key ingredient. So start with these basic questions like, why do I want to start a business? Do I like the industry enough to be living and breathing it 24/7? So personally, Huda always given people makeup advice and talked about beauty products because that's what she's passionate about. And she said she can't promote makeup on Instagram if she didn't believe in the product. So if she's asking people to spend money on Huda beauty products, she have to be genuinely believe that she has created the best. And then moving on to, she said that we need to be kind to other brands in order to be successful. So it has always been Huda Beauty's policy to support other brands on YouTube and Instagram. People really appreciate Huda Beauty giving different price points. They even share dupes of other products, and even when they were criticized, they did the intention of educating people and not hurting the brand is that purpose. So some brands do the clickbait thing of never try this to get traffic, but it's against their ethos and people are tired of negativity. So you will lose integrity and therefore followers. She doesn't want that. So that is why she thinks it's important for other brands to support each other and to be kind to one another. And this one is an obvious thing, the power of social media, because that's where she started. Huda explains that her company would have never been able to grow as quickly as it did, let alone reach millions of consumers without using social media. So going so far to say that it's the main reason she was able to become the entrepreneur she is today. So it is quite powerful because now she's a millionaire. And then last one would be the possibility of creating business out of a hobby, as what I mentioned earlier, where it started just a side hustle, and it's not really her real job, but it's possible. So if you have a hobby, you can just turn it into a business, and who knows, you might be as successful as Huda Kattan. So that is all. And about my entrepreneur that I have selected. So thank you everyone for listening. Yeah. Goodbye everyone.